All right, last example for the day. We're talking about Samantha, and she's moving from Madison, Wisconsin to La Crosse, Wisconsin. And she will do all the packing and unpacking by herself with her brother. The moving company quoted a price of $12.50 for 8 hours of loading and unloading and driving 130 miles. And the company quoted the same price if the truck drives an extra 30 miles to pick up Samantha's brother. Samantha figures that with her brother's help, she only needs to hire the movers for 6 hours. How much does the company charge per hour for the loading and unloading? How much do they charge per mile for driving? Okay, so we have two variables here. And you can actually tell by the questions that they ask because they're asking about two different things. One is the loading unloading, and the other is the charge per mile. All right, I'm glad you can read that. um, so we just need to set up a system of equations again because we have two different things that they're trying to find out with the scenario. All right, so let's see. In one scenario, there's 8 hours of loading and unloading and 130 miles of driving, and that's 1250. And they said, okay, if we do only 6 hours of loading and unloading, but we have to drive 30 more miles, we're going to charge the same price as well. So based on this, we should be able to figure out what their charge is for each of those other two things. Again, we can do this algebraically. Um, so let's see here. We'll do this in green. So multiply each of these equations by something in order to get them to match up a little bit. If I multiply, let's see, we have a 6 and an 8. So 6 and 8 both go into 24. So if I can multiply this one times 3 and this one times -4, we should be in business. All right, so that's 24x plus 390y equals 3750. And then -24x minus 640y equals -5000. All right, so when I add those two equations together, the x's are going to cancel. We're going to end up with, let's see, 640 minus 390 is going to be 250 negative. And then that's an ugly looking y. Oh well. And then over on this side, we're going to have -1250. There we go. All right, so if we divide both sides by -250, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we get y equals 5. Remember, y is representing the charge per mile, so that would be $5 because 1250 is in dollars. So then we're just going to go back and put that in for y in one of the equations and solve for x. So I'm going to use my mad skills here. I'm going to do a little bit of copy here. Bring it down here, do a little paste action, move it over, boom. All right, so we're going to replace this with 5 and go to town. 8x plus 130 times 5 is going to be 650 equals 1250. 8x equals 600. Divide by 6, or divide by 8 on both sides, and that's going to be not quite 8, the 7s, gives me 56 and 40, 75. All right, so x is 75. So they're going to charge $75 per hour for the loading and unloading, and $5 per mile for the driving. All right. So I wanted to show you again that we can actually take these two equations right here and put them into Desmo so we can get the same result. So I already graphed them, and if you take a look at graphs, that point right there is at 75, 5, 75 dollars per hour of loading and unloading and $5 per mile of driving. Hope that all helps, and hope to see that you've done really well on your homework quiz and homework by the time you come back next time.